Welcome back to the Convo Couch, ladies and gentlemen. I am Pastor Jardula.
And I am Fiorella.
And we have a great show for you today. We have a special guest in the house. Our good friend, Ron Placone, is here. How you doing,
What's
Ron?
up? How's it going,
Ron?
guys?
Great.
Good to see everybody.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here because we can together
Rag on pasta.
Yeah,
That's what's
it's
going to
my
happen.
Yeah, it's all strength in numbers.
So, Ron did the debate with us the other night. What did you think overall of the debate, closing it out? Give our audience your whole assessment on what you thought the debates were about. Because you had a lot of fun on Friday night.
Well,
Thursday night.
whenever you hear the candidates talked over each other an awful lot, more so than on night one, which whenever political candidates talk over each other, that is a narcissist circle jerk. That's the technical term for what that's called. And so there was a lot of that. I thought that Bernie, I wish he would have had more like thunderous moments.
Really?
Yes. I thought he did well. Like, don't get me wrong. I thought he did well, but I was hoping for just a little more oomph, but he closed very strong. His closer was outstanding. And then after the debate, it was kind of what I expected. Bernie still got a lot of love. Kamala, her numbers kind of shot up as well, which, again, and we talked about this live there. From a debate standpoint, she did do well. It was all lies. The words do not match her actions. But as Fiorella, as you said, for somebody who doesn't know anything about her or is just learning about her for the first time, she probably looked pretty good to them.
Yeah.
And, it's up to folks in the media and stuff to kind of correct that misinformation because she was not who she was posing to be on that night.
Yeah.
So.
Not at all. And who else wasn't? Booker. And
Booker,
we're going to talk
Booker
about
the
that
night
later.
before, too, was the same way. We kind of said that before, I think, too, as well, is that they'll be good on a debate night but people in the bubble, we know the actual shit.
Yeah.
See, I got the vibe, and I've mentioned this to a few people. A couple people were like, maybe, but I'll throw it out to you guys. I got the vibe that Warren and Booker might be kind of looking to team up.
It felt like that while they were at least together. And I also see a possibility of a Harris and Warren kind of pairing up as well because of the whole two women, one's a woman of color, et cetera, I think that the Democrats love to do. So
I think they coddled with both of them on the first night. Knowing that Tulsi
Absolutely.
was on stage and was going to go after them, she'd made the tweet and say, hey, what are you doing? You're doing this for political gain. So you can see that they were front-loaded on the front end, have a lot of speaking time, a lot of questions. On the back end, don't get messed up in the foreign affairs, and MSNBC made sure they didn't include them. So I think that Cory Booker was very much coddled as well, too, when it came to that situation. So, but since you didn't like some of the answers, you were putting a lot of thumbs up, thumbs down. You were putting a lot of thumbs down. We did a little game yesterday, and we're going to do it today. We're going to say, what would you say? How would you answer that question if you were a candidate? And, of course, our audience can join on in and decide who won. We saw overwhelming yesterday that I won the debate.
Lies. He's lying. This is a politician right here. He lies through
Fake
his teeth.
news.
Okay, so a super chat on the MCSC network. We want to thank you all for joining on in. There's 90 people just come housing on in. Please cover the hashtag Candles for Assange. Indie media has done nothing to promote it. Enough talk of the of the cop Mala and the Senator Byrd 2.0. Please encourage people to action. And that is a very good point. When we're talking about Assange, there hasn't been enough coverage of Assange. We also guessed that they wouldn't ask anything of Assange.
I think the candidate that could stand out next time is a candidate that says something about Assange and about the what they're doing to people as far as censorship, how this changes everything, and how so many people are in danger of being censored. And when you censor someone like Alex Jones, that also hurts independent media like us. And I think Tulsi might be the candidate that would say something like that.
Well, I know you're doing some videos. You got some videos coming up you want to do of Elizabeth Warren maybe. Or I'm going to do a video of the 3 things that Tulsi Gabbard needs to do to become president. Because she's done some great things. She had some awesome moments in the debate. But there's a few things she fell short of, I think. And I'm going to be doing my personal video on that. And just before we get started on this candidate game, always find Ron on Get Your News On with Ron, your YouTube, Ron Placone. He's a friend of the family as well as just a friend of the show, and we love him. But now I'm getting ready to kick his butt. We got 32 people on the YouTube. Right. Ghost Rider DOF, the Kitty 3, Matthew Sevilla. The range control is here. We want to thank you all for coming on in. And, of course, on our Facebook, Steve Wilbrant is there, fam. We love our
Steve,
Steve Wilbrink.
thank
Oh,
you
and just
for
for the
being
record, I
loyal.
am tweeting right now, but I'm tweeting for the sake of a segment we're doing later.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm not just like I noticed the camera's on. I'm not just like tweeting for tweet's
Yes.
sake. I'm tweeting because of a segment we're doing later. So this is gonna come up again.
You're just a typical millennial, Ron.
Just looking
You're
down
at the
always
phone.
on your
I know.
phone.
You know what I'm saying?
I know Joe Biden has no empathy for me, really. Like,
Zero.
he told me himself. He
Well,
has
later
no
on in the
empathy.
show, after this segment, after I kick Ron and Fiorella's butt on what would a candidate say, we're going to mimic the candidates, and you get to decide. We're going to tweet at Joe Biden. And Ron has got the ball spinning, the wheel turning.
That's what I
he
was
started it off, and he's got a great tweet. So we want you to join in like you joined in yesterday for calling Nancy Pelosi. If you called Nancy Pelosi, hopefully we filled up her voicemail. It was pretty cool.
Hey, Nance.
Hey, Nance, as Fiorella said. And then finally, we're going to expose Cory Booker. But let's get started here. I'm going to go
Why
first
are you popping your collar, fam?
because I'm putting on a tie. If I'm a candidate,
God.
and don't oh God me. And ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to join in out there. I'm going to go first. Fiorella is going to go second. Ron is going to go third. We're going to do a question on domestic policy and then do a question on foreign policy.
Pasta puts himself first because he thinks he's the leading candidate
Well,
right
they
now.
always go with the highest polling person, the favorite
Yeah.
first, right?
Right.
God,
Yeah.
I need help here. I don't think I can get this collar.
No,
I
don't
don't
help
think
him.
you should
If
do
you
it.
help him, he'll never learn.
You know what? I'm just going to go. Ron, screw you. Also today, Ron has
Just wear it like that.
No,
That's
I'm not going
epic.
to do it. Shut up.
Why not?
Ron, show everybody the buzzer. Ron has a buzzer. Okay. They can't see it. You got to show the camera. Gotta lift it up to the camera.
They could see it actually. They can see, right, John? No, you can actually. All right.
Hey, Armin. Managonian is here. He's so awesome. I love your stuff.
So
Armin.
I'm gonna hit this thing whenever Pasta does something ridiculous like tie a tie in the middle of a show. I'm gonna just boom.
Well, listen, I can't. They got me on a fam count. All right, this is not.
Can you just not
I'm just
wear
gonna
that?
put it like this. No, fam. I'm gonna win this debate, and I need to have my tie. So if it doesn't go on all the way, let's go.
You should have just got a clip on for this.
Yeah.
Would have been smoother.
Ron, we don't need to hear any more from you.
I'm
okay?
just saying.
How do I look? All right, now, are we focused on me? Do we have me in the camera?
What a show.
Do we have everything so there's no echo? Yes. All right. Here we go.
There's a lot of talk in this primary about new government benefits, such as student loan cancellation, free college, health care, and more. Do you think that Democrats have a responsibility to explain how they will pay for every proposal they make along those lines?
First off, I'd like to say, hola, Miami. Me llamo Gregorio. And gracias. Gracias for the question. And yes, and I'm glad you asked me that question, and it's also an important question. Because it's a very simple answer. And that answer is yes. We should explain Democrats on every proposal we make. We should go back to our people. And therefore, we stand behind our policies. And also, if we have to explain every proposal, then the American people will have to know about the over-bloated defense budget that the Democrats stand behind. So my answer is simple. My answer is plain. My answer is yes. Democrats need to explain their proposals. Do I get a little clap there?
Good job.
I knew you were
What?
going to buzz me.
That was a happy buzz.
I knew you were a happy buzz. Well, Fiorella,
That's what
you're
I
up
do on the
next.
weekends.
I know you were going to pull
Happy
some
buzz.
Spanish shit, so I beat you to the punch. That's why I went first, because I knew we did this game.
hope not.
You would speak some cheesy Spanish.
First of all, you should already know Spanish, being from Florida and all the women you've dated.
Listen, fam, we don't have to
just-
explain my dating life to the crowd.
That's
out
one.
here.
That's one.
Did I say it?
You said it.
I said one fam. That's my
right.
first fan.
If
So
he
that's
says too many
one.
fams, you guys have to choose his punishment.
Super progressives are on, and they say, hi, Ron. Super progressives, you know my size, extra large. Thank you. I saw your comments. Ruben Garcia.
Hello.
Mashi 2, Joshi 1, and Christina are all on the MC network. Let's go, fam. Let's get her up here. Come on, more fluff today. The crowd says you need more fluff.
Crowd does not say that.
He did it. The crowd said it. I'm telling you.
15-second, if you could, if you wish to answer. Should someone who is here without documents, and that is his only offense, should that person be deported?
Absolutely not. I think we need to assess a case-by-case basis why these people are coming here, what their situation is. We can't just assume people are coming here for nefarious reasons, considering the fact that the majority of the people coming from Central America, which is causing the migration crisis, are coming, escaping from a civil war and from violence in their countries that we had largely caused. And I think we would be hypocrites to close our borders to them and turn them away, especially when they have nowhere else to go.
She doesn't get a happy buzz? Give her a happy buzz.
Oh, well, you had a problem with the happy buzz.
Well, somebody said, the Kitty 3 said, don't you start off, we lead with our values. Was it Nancy Pelosi? Somebody asked.
That was Tom Perez.
Alas dies laughing. Did you join the Convo Couch, Ron? Just for today, and he'll always be over here. He's our boy. We do a lot of dinners together. Let's get going for the third question for Ronald Placone. Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, look into the camera when you do this. Get your serious. That's not a good debate face, man. We need
ready.
energy. We need fluff. I'm just talking shit. Go ahead when you're ready.
Come on, pasta.
Last month, more than 130,000 migrants were apprehended at the southern border. Many of them are being detained, including small children, in private detention centers in Florida and throughout our country. Most of the candidates on this stage say the conditions at these facilities are abhorrent. On January 20th, 2021, if you are president, what specifically would you do with the thousands of people who try to reach the United States every day and want a better life through asylum?
I live in El Paso, Texas, and I see Americans Americaing, yearning to be free in the hard-working land of hard-working Americans, Americaing in America. And I want people to come here for liberty, for the tired, huddled, poor, million strong in innovation. But when you America in Americaing the Constitution. So I want to give an opportunity for individual in bootstraps, million strong, hard work in the Constitution. Thank you.
Is that Beto?
That was Beto. It says Ron channels is Beto from the win.
I'm sorry, it wasn't the best because I was worried if I stood on this, it wouldn't, it's at the low ceiling. So.
Yeah, we need to get higher ceilings.
You could have done it. I don't know. I mean, you should have tried it. We have over 50 people watching on the Convo Couch.
Ow,
YouTube.
let's get that number up.
Thank you. Somebody said the mic was blocking my tie. They want to see my tie, so I'm going to make sure I'm properly. Fam, can you see the tie now?
That's two.
Yes. That's two.
Oh, that's my second. Oh, that's my second F word.
So now I'm on the buzzer.
Somebody says on the MCSC network, say we love the show, but please make me not want to say the F word anymore. I can't say it. So if I say it, I get buzzed, guys. They got me.
No, we got to pick his punishment if he says over a certain amount.
No, they didn't pick him punishment. I get
buzzed.
He
gets buzzed though.
I get buzzed.
I have the buzzer, and I don't want to.
You're not getting an egg.
I don't want to miss out on this opportunity.
You're not getting an egg. Okay, so let's get going. Are we ready for question number 3? There's 137 watching on the MCSC network. We love you. Give me the third question here. I'm about to win this debate. Get the close-up. I got my series.
We're going to turn to the issue of trade now, if we can. Last night, we asked the candidates on this stage to name the greatest geopolitical threat facing the U.S. 4 of them mention China. U.S. businesses say China steals our intellectual property, and party leaders on both sides accuse China of manipulating their currency to keep the cost of goods artificially low. I'll ask this to Senator Bennett to start off with. How would you stand up to China?
I'd like to take that question, please. Mr. Bennett, just wait 1 second. See, that is the problem. We don't have to stand up to China. We need to reach out to China. China's not our enemy. They're not our adversary. We need to share our global power with China. When's the last time you've seen China go to war? Not in decades. And over the past decades, they've taken 600 million people and have removed them out of poverty. China's not the enemy. China is our friend. Repeat after us. China is our friend. They're building a middle class, and we need to do the same. We need to stop going to war with China and shake hands with China. Can you see
China.
I got the second. I get the freaking buzzes.
You get the friendly buzz.
I get the ties coming
That
off.
was the buzz of enthusiasm.
The buzz of the buzz of breaking my balls is what that is. Excuse my French. For anybody out there watching, 54 on the Convo Couch YouTube.
Ow.
We love you.
Yay.
You're helping grow our audience.
Thank you.
And that's why we bring in the good comedians, the high-paid comedians like Ron Placone. Fam, you ready?
Fam. That was another fam.
Yes. Yes. Thanks, Fiorella. I almost missed it.
Ready.
Punishment.
We're moving to climate, guys. Senator Harris, I'm addressing you first on this. You live in a state that has been hit by drought, wildfires, flooding. Climate change is a major concern for voters in your state. It's pretty obvious. Obviously, this state as well. Last night, voters heard many of the candidates weigh in on their proposals. Explain specifically what yours is.
It's so obvious Chuck Todd does not understand any question that he asks. It is so painfully obvious. Like he's reading it and he has no idea what he's... All right, sorry. Go on with your answer.
No, I agree. I think other than the Green New Deal, which is a great idea, a great kind of proposal to introduce us into how we would transition into a green economy, we need to actually promote and pass the Off Fossil Fuels Act, which I introduced and nobody has actually paid attention to, which means that the majority of these candidates standing on stage with you are actually pro-fracking because they're getting money from these lobbyists. I'm one of the few candidates that isn't going to do that isn't going to give in, and that's actually going to legitimately transition our workers who are already losing their jobs in the oil industry to be able to get new jobs in green tech. And the way we do that is by first stop accepting money from these oil companies, period.
Yeah. Fee, I think Judy Chu needs to face you in the primary. You go after Judy Chu, I'll go after Adam Schiff, right?
You don't live in that district.
I'll move.
All right.
It's a block down the road.
It's carpetbagging.
What do you mean?
Well,
I would say start more local, man. I mean, why go after? And I despise Adam Schiff. I think he's terrible.
Well, that's why.
But why? But he is a political celebrity, dude. You're going up against the machine,
so is
against the
Judy
machine.
Chu.
Yeah, but they're
Not
both,
compared to Adam Schiff.
yeah, but they have a lot of negative.
You start local instead. You can form an alliance right here in Pasadena. That would be way more effective.
Pasta for
to
three.
Start,
I don't know
to
about
start,
that. I
to
think
start.
if we're gonna go, we go big. Why not? If AOC could win, why can't we jump into the whole mix?
Because with an alliance, you can do big things.
Yes, but here's the thing. I am good. I have a lot of ties within the Armenian community. I'm Italian. That's his district. I will take away those votes for him.
If you promise every person in your district pasta.
No, I'm telling you, Chicks and Cows will be the official restaurant of my district. All right? My boy Sarkis, I love you out there. Let's get to the next one. We got a lot of people coming on over here. Ron's going to finish it up his big
Yes.
I just see
act.
value in alliances. I'm not saying, you know.
I just want to send some love real quick while you guys are throwing your alliances out there. Beverly Jensen, Morgan Carey, the Kitty 3, Michael Cruz, we love you all. Somebody just said Ghostwriter DOF, which was a Get Your News On with Ron person that came on over. Thank you for plugging us, Ron.
Yeah,
we could use China's help cleaning up all the plastics in the ocean and reclaiming and rebuilding the ecosystems that have been destroyed. 100%. We should be working with China. China has created a middle class and taken people out of poverty. We've gone the other way. We've pushed people into poverty. We've pushed people on the street, and we have no middle class.
Absolutely.
So, you ready, Beto?
Yes.
Okay. Can I hold the buzzer for your turn?
Well, I mean,
No,
I
forget
have to
about
have
it.
the
I gave you
buzzer
the
in
buzzer.
case you do something.
I gave you the buzzer.
Thank you, Senator Bennett. It's a perfect time for me to do another one of these down the line. And this is what this question is, which is you're likely going to have to reset a relationship between America and another country or entity if you become president perhaps because of some relationship that you just mentioned about President Trump. What is the first relationship you like to reset as president? I'm going to go down the line, and I'll start with Ms. Williamson.
There are countries all across the United States. And those countries, the relationships will be relationships of relation and shipping. And relationships that are good and innovative. And we lead with our values. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Freedom.
Give yourself the
That was
happy
my
buzzer.
favorite.
I invited you over so you can win today. He just whipped our butts, fam.
That was my favorite of the night.
Oh, man.
You said it.
No.
Okay,
That's
guys,
two.
come on. He needs us.
Yeah, but I went over 2 over there.
He's over 2.
All right, listen, I'll tell you this. For every time I say the F word, not Fiorella, the other F word, I will do 5 push-ups on the Patreon.
Okay, you said that yesterday. Where are your push-ups?
They're on the
Now
Patreon.
You need
Go to our
50
Patreon.
You need 50 push-ups. Then.
No, what are you just increasing my push-ups? First of all, I'm a 46-year-old man. Are you trying to kill your partner here? Can you let me ease into it? I tried
Have
hard.
you seen
I did 20.
Some of these 46
When you
year old
lose
men?
a game, I'm going to make sure you cook it. You're going to put it up on our Patreon. And once again, what is the punishment? Her cooking or me having to eat it? That's the question. And ladies and gentlemen, go to our Patreon.
He hasn't
harsh.
tried any of my cooking.
Well, because
I
she
haven't
hasn't cooked. She hasn't heated up water in the freaking house, guys. I do the cooking over here. I'm the lady of the house. And
Very true.
if you guys have time and you have a few bucks to spare, of course, go on to our Patreon. Me and Ron, we're Patreon members of each other over here. The fam is, and the show is.
Nobody-
And so
You
is
have to
Ron.
get through a
Dude,
plug.
That's
this is gonna
5.
be the biggest loser
5 more.
combo couch.
Jeez. But anyways, go over to our Patreon. My push-ups are over there. We're going to show a little bit more stuff, maybe a little session with Fee on the hammock. Who knows? She
On the
might talk
porch.
on the porch. We're going to show a little bit behind the scenes on our Patreon. And if you join our $27 club, we're going to send you out two gifts a year. You get a shirt off the bat, maybe a coffee mug, maybe a pin, maybe a hat. We'll be sending those out. We're picking up that merchandise, and we'll be wearing them on our next show. Ain't that right, Fiorella?
Yes. Pasta.
Next segment, Placone. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next segment we're going on to is called Tweet at Me, bro. Bruh.
So I tweeted Joe Biden.
You did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Let's pull that up.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
get that going. I got it right
It's
over
the
here,
most
too.
recent thing I tweeted, I think.
Tweet at me, bruh.
Unless I retweeted something else. But I don't think I did. Oh, yeah. Well, I retweeted Fiorella on the show. But there we go. Yeah, there's Biden right there.
Ed Moran just joined the thing. Everybody, come on, get on your Twitter and go to Joe Biden's, or you can go to Ron Placone's and look, hit his tweets and replies, and you can see right over there he tweeted at Joe Biden. So let's give it a read.
Okay.
It says, 1 in 5 students experience mental health problems, but too often they don't get the care they need. In a Biden administration, we will double the number of mental health professionals in schools and give our kids the support they deserved, which in turn, Ron put, go right ahead, Ron.
Here. Maybe they're concerned about student debt, which you couldn't care less about, and you've made that clear.
Boom.
Savage.
Are you going on Joe Biden's tweet now?
I am gonna tweet at him right now.
Should we get our Convo Coach Twitter up and tweet at him maybe, Johnny, together with the audience, or should we just put a tweet and just show it? Guys, we want you to hit this particular tweet. What are some things people could tweet at him? You talked about, like, he doesn't stand for student debt, right?
Well, yeah, he has no empathy. That's his big thing, right? Like, he's like, these millennials, I have no empathy. He has no plan
Give
to
me
eliminate.
a break,
Yeah, give
I
me
think.
a break.
In fact,
It's-
you know what? I'm going to tweet at him. I'm going to start with give me a break.
Yeah.
Because that's what he said to young people. I think the quote was, give me a break. These kids think they have it tough. Meanwhile, the economic chances in this country are just down the toilet. We all know what we got to do to keep things going on a show nowadays. How much people have to work, how crazy they are. People are consumed because they have 2 or 3 jobs just to pay the bills. And it's getting ridiculous. Fam, did you tweet at...
I'm about to. I'm actually working on it.
Son of a-
Thank you.
That's a-
Please keep a tally because
Fiorella.
we need to know how
That's
many
2.
he's gonna do.
3?
No, that's like 4 or something.
Yeah, but
That's
I
like a
had
bunch.
I was allowed to say 2 fams,
Just
right?
as long as...
No, wait.
Yeah, you said it. It still
Wait, time
counts.
out.
It still
The
counts.
audience is loving this because everybody wants Pasta to stop saying it, but he
All right,
can't.
I'm trying. Listen, guys. Thank you. He said it, not me. You can't buzz him.
Well, I misheard.
You
I'm
can't
sorry.
buzz him.
I'm sorry. I thought
I'm
it was
trying
you.
not to say it as much, DF. I know some people don't think that's our thing. We even say join the... Say it for me, John. Join
No,
the...
don't say it, Johnny. It's the
He didn't
couch.
say join the couch.
Join the couch.
All right, does Fiorella have a tweet? Yep.
I'm putting it up. Give me a second.
Let's live tweet
Yeah,
something.
you live tweet something and I'll tweet something too.
I'll live tweet something as well.
Are we on our Facebook? Our Twitter? So we're going to Joe Biden's, right? 1 in 5 students experience mental health.
You want to tweet you want to reply retweet to that?
Yes. We all should reply tweet to this one right here. So Joe Biden sees this tweet and gets a bunch of negative bullshit on it. And people understand when he says, give me a break. Give me a break. You kids think you have it tough. So, Ron?
I have no empathy. I have no empathy. I mean, really. And then people were applauding because he was in a room full of other.
He said I said it again, and Ron didn't catch it.
People. Oh, did you say it?
Nope.
You didn't say it.
Be quiet, guys.
I didn't hear it. I missed it.
Adri D on the Convo Couch YouTube, please. Johnny Z says I'm at 7 of them. Michael Cruz is just crying. David L.H. Biden, the kids today,
Hashtag
candidate.
all of us.
Ed Marone, great idea. Guys, help us out with this tweet here. What should we put? Go on the Convo Couch YouTube and tell us what we should put in our tweet. I got my Twitter up right now. We should all be tweeting Tim Ryan. Okay, we can do that another day, but we already started right here.
I tweeted Tim Ryan not too long ago. Actually, you know what? If you could give that tweet a like, I would appreciate it because I'm almost. Johnny, can you pull that up? I tweeted Tim Ryan when he wrote that ridiculous letter to Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh,
or well,
God.
it wasn't to her, but it was like addressing that whole issue where she like handed him his head.
Yeah.
And I tweeted at him, and I think we're like neck and neck in likes. Like I almost hijacked the thread from him, but not quite. So, yeah. If anyone could throw me a like there, I'd appreciate it because I think we're like 10 likes away.
Yeah.
So I almost got his thread, but I haven't grasped it yet. I forget what exactly I said.
Well, we can.
But,
people can go back to the Ron Placone Twitter. Take
but
a
it was
look
something.
Also, guys, I just want to say this. We were talking about this before. Somebody on the MCSE network said the average Chinese worker makes 4 times what the U.S. gets. Their dollars buy more in Asia. So in other words, everybody talks about them manipulating their currency. No, their currency is fit for their citizens.
Right. And they're better on the environment, and also they're coming here and the kids are studying here, and they're getting a nice education, and they're going to go back home, or they're going to buy homes here. Like a lot of my friends are teachers, and they're teaching like Chinese kids.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now. And instead of blaming China, we should probably take a pointer or two. I wanted to point out, you guys, this little kind of Twitter thing that's been going on with Elizabeth Warren. People have been kind of mocking her because Elizabeth Warren has a plan. And people have been retweeting or posting or replying things like Wrinkle the Bernie Bro, who's one of our people that always donates. He said, craving dessert. Liz Warren has some flan for that. And then people just kept going like, need to move. Elizabeth Warren has a van for that. And I just said,
Are you hot this summer? Elizabeth Warren has a fan for that.
Oh,
I want to get in.
You need
This is fun.
Can you please? Here, I'll send
Where's
it to
the
you.
tweet?
I'll send it to you right now. Ron, it should be on my.
Here, I'll find
Twitter.
it on your timeline.
You found it? Okay. Let me just tweet Ron just in case.
I think I just got booted from the Wi-Fi.
I just sent it to you.
Right.
I did a tweet at Joe Biden, by the way.
Okay.
If we can pull up my Twitter too as well. Ooh,
Ooh.
I just kicked the camera. That was it. Is it okay? I didn't say it.
It doesn't matter. You
That's-
kick the
you
camera.
You can't,
You can't kick the camera.
That is for when I say the F word only, buddy.
No, Pasta.
Or when you kick the
you're
camera.
No.
You're so clumsy.
Johnny can fucking throw something at me.
I think kicking the camera was a worthy offense for the buzzer.
You want to go over to my Twitter real quick? Thank you, John. You can throw us. All right. You want to go over to my Twitter?
Pasta just wants.
Do you have your Biden Twitter up yet? Your tweet yet?
I already put it up.
All right, let's go over to Fiorella's. I have pasta on my Twitter. We got 55 people on our Convo Couch. Hit the tweeters things, the tweets and replies. If you hit the tweets and replies, you can go down into Joe Biden.
All right, give me a break. I'm the guy who pushed for the Iraq war, and now 22 soldiers commit suicide every day here at home due to mental health issues.
You got it?
That's Pasta's.
Right there.
Nice, dude.
Give me
Well
a
done.
break. You know how many times he said at the debates, I'm the guy who did this, and I'm the guy who did this, and I'm the guy. I mean, you're the guy who fucked everything up, asshole. You're the guy pushing for the Iraq war on the floor, right? Going over there praising all the Republican neocons' ways. And then you just, when he had the answer, and I thought it was there was 2 things that were really disgusting to me on that stage, is when he also pushed that, like, he solved the issues of the Iraq war after. Like, he was talking like, well, we did this, it was working until this president came in. You're actually going to try to put the faults of your warmongering on Donald Trump? Bullshit. Where's Fees?
Mine is
Fee,
just...
I didn't say the other word. Where's Fiza? We got 60 people watching.
Mine is
Woo!
maybe they don't get that care because they're too busy being dramatic and eating avocado toast. Since they can't afford a home and they know the planet is dying in 12 years, might as well drink champagne. Cheers, Joe. Because Joe doesn't like to blame the billionaires. He doesn't think they're the problem. He thinks it's just we're all a bunch of whiny, kids that don't know how hard he had it back in his day when college was free. So.
And you wrote your tweet. What other tweet do we have? Do we have?
Hot this summer. Elizabeth Warren has a fan for that.
Yeah, that one.
Oh my lord! You already put it up?
Yeah, I put it up.
Oh, that's cute.
I put it up as a reply.
Let's get to it. And then we hope you all saw the tweet from Joe Biden. Go get after him. Don't let him sleep today, fam. That's an awesome tweet. By the way. Ah! I did it! I'm gonna kick the camera again, John.
Don't kick
Do
the
not
camera.
kick
or
the
you get
camera.
another
We're
buzz.
kicking
I'm
you
mad
out.
at John for laughing every single time they do it.
I'm gonna replace you with Ron.
While he's pulling up the Twitter, yeah, I'm crying. I'm laughing over here because it could be true. Vinny S. Thrill, Brian Peterson, the Kitty 3, Brett Fairchild, Dave L. Thank you so much. Need something for your morning waffles? Warren has jam for that.
Ah, that's great.
Boom! David LH, thank you so much. Great Pimplegate video the Convo Couch did, you guys. See the Colbert cartoon calling her a Russian spy, and that's
course.
propaganda on the Convo Couch
Colbert
YouTube.
is such a disappointment. Like, unlike Jon Stewart, he's just such a disappointment.
Who?
Colbert.
I know.
Colbert.
Well,
I missed the character. I mean, when he was playing that character,
it was great.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
so much harder hitting too.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
he
care
used to-
about him. I like this character.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like
There.
when he was playing that character, I mean, he used to make jokes about how Obama was too conservative. He used to do stuff like that, and now he's
John,
Yeah, it's
Ron,
not the
you
same.
get that check, you'll sell out too, baby. You get that check. Come on now.
But
You'll
he
sell
was
out too.
he was already rich though. I mean, he was still rich at that point.
But then when he went to the major network, he's now super rich. Now he's wealthy.
I don't even think it's a matter of wealth. I honestly think if we're really going to dissect him, I think it's more like TDS.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
after Trump, he just sort of
Trump drain syndrome. They have it. So what do we have? Do we have Ron's tweet on
Did we already put it up?
on Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, we already put it up.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
Someone put a GIF up.
Okay, we
That
want
is
to
a
say
funny
hi
gif. I can see it.
to
I can see it from
Joshua
over
Peg,
here.
who loves me amo español, and Armin. You have to call me and tell me how you say his last name. You want to give it a try, Fiorella?
That's Smith pasta. Smith.
Armin Smith, right here. Just look at
Isn't
that
it
kid. Winkle the Bernie
Manugian?
bro. That was awesome.
Manugian?
Manugian.
I don't know.
He's so awesome. I love your stuff, everything you put. We don't have many people on the Facebook. We only got a few, but if you want to join the Convo Couch YouTube, there's a bunch of people over there. If you want to join the MCSE network, there's a bunch of people over there. We're having fun. Come on in. Sit down on the couch with the family.
Oh, does that not count?
no.
Okay, all right.
Let's get on to our next point
I
because
feel like that should still count.
listen, we have a video that's really cranking right now on our YouTube, and it's a Kamala Harris video. Kamala Harris exposed. The reason why is because a lot of people did not fall for her shit debate night, and a lot of people did. So exposing Kamala was really important. We also talked a little bit about excuse me, Elizabeth Warren yesterday. How for me she's officially expired. That whole going at Donald Trump. No, the warmongering, the war in Elizabeth Warren is done. I'm done with it.
Just like, is she
when
dead?
it came to no, she's canceled. When it comes to the whole North Korea summit and what's happening, we need to be praising that stuff. And her going out just shows her blindness, her emptiness when it comes to foreign policy. So she was canceled. But night one, we said we have to look out for this one smooth-speaking person. When it's Ron's favorite candidate, Cory Booker.
I thought Ron's favorite was Beto, but okay.
On the first night.
I
On the
thought
first night.
on first night Beto lost the most. Yeah.
No, Cory gained the most. He was the most searched establishment
Right.
candidate.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
the most talking
Next to
minutes.
Tulsi, yeah, he did actually. That's what the Google Trends show. So Cory Booker, right? You guys saw how he got on stage, and he loved to talk about how he's from the hood. People were taking shots every time he mentioned that he was from the hood,
Newark,
and how
baby.
he's all about helping the American people. He also mentioned Big Pharma and how he supposedly was opposing it. But his money and his actions obviously show otherwise. So we have here a video, and I don't really have too many videos because he pretty much repeats himself the whole time, at 55 minutes.
He pretty much consistently talks bullshit the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, and in fairness to him, I think he found out he was still running for president like a week ago. like he said, like a while ago, he's like, yeah, I'm running. And then like you never heard anything else. And they're like, Cory Booker's on the debate stage. I mean, that's so awesome. You have like really actual people with something to say, like a Mike Gravel and, you know, Tulsi and, you know, even like Marianne Williamson, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but I like that perspective is on the debate stage. Same with Andrew Yang, not the biggest fan, but glad that perspective's on the debate stage. You know, they have to bend over backwards to get on this debate stage. And then you have Cory Booker, who just like someone woke him up and they were like, hey, you're still running. And he was like, oh shit, I am? Yeah. All right, I'll pull something together. I think I can do that. Cory Booker. By the way, I stopped taking pharmaceutical money after I did their bidding.
Exactly.
After I stabbed Bernie's drug bill in the back, I stopped taking their money for a few minutes.
Exactly, and that's pretty much what
we
we're
saw him at the
trustworthy.
Convention. We're like, is that Cory Booker? And there was like 4 people following him. We're like, yeah, who cares? And he just kept walking. Like we didn't even give a shit. Like, oh, there goes Cory. Hey,
same with
Cory.
Beto. Like Beto, he was just walking around and everyone was just laughing at him.
Well, shout out to Mike Gravel's crew because they saw Beto in Miami and they called him a shill. They were like, Beto, you're a shill. And they made a video out of it, which is now my new ringtone. So thanks for the new ringtone, guys.
Can we also send a shout out to those kids there that Tulsi gave them the tickets to go to that debate?
Oh, in Miami, I heard that.
Yeah, that's how awesome Tulsi is.
That's awesome.
Let's get to the first video.
Senator Booker, there is a debate in this party right now about the role of corporations, as you know. Senator Warren, in particular, put out a plan to break up tech companies like Facebook, Amazon, and Google. You've said we should not, quote, be running around pointing at companies and breaking them up without any kind of process. Why do you disagree?
I don't think I disagree. I think we have a serious problem in our country with corporate consolidation. And you see the evidence of that in how dignity is being stripped from labor. And we have people that work full-time jobs and still can't make a living wage. We see that because consumer prices are being raised by pharmaceutical companies that often have monopolistic holds on drugs. And you see that by just the fact that this is actually an economy that's hurting small businesses and not allowing them to compete. One of the most aggressive bills in the Senate to deal with corporate consolidation is mine about corporate consolidation in the ag sector. So I feel very strongly about the need to check the corporate consolidation and let the free market work. And I'll tell you this, I live in a low-income black and brown community. I see every single day that this economy is not working for average Americans. The indicators that are being used from GDP to Wall Street's rankings is not helping people in my community. It is about time that we have an economy that works for everybody, not just the wealthiest in our nation.
But quickly, Senator Booker.
Awesome. Okay, so
what full of crap that man is.
I want you guys to see another video. You got this one, right? The ABC News video. I want you to compare that to what he actually said.
Facebook has now come out to say that it should be broken up. He says that it is unprecedented and un-American to have this much power in one company. Where do you stand on breaking up Facebook?
I don't care if it's Facebook, the pharma industry, even the agricultural industry. We've had a problem in America with corporate consolidation that is having really ill effects. It's driving out the independent family farmer. It's driving up our prescription drug costs. And in the realm of technology, we're seeing small 1 or 2 companies controlling a significant amount of the online advertising.
So should they be broken up?
Well, I mean, again, I believe in process. And we should have, if I'm President of the United States, I will have a Justice Department that uses antitrust legislation to do the proper investigations and to hold industries accountable for corporate consolidation.
Elizabeth Warren's already out there saying break up Facebook, break up Google.
But I don't think
break up Amazon.
Right, but I don't think that a president should be running around pointing at companies and saying breaking them up without any kind of process here. Do I think it is a massive problem in America, corporate consolidation? Absolutely. It's about making sure that we have a system that works. It's not me and my own personal opinion about going after folks. That sounds more like a Donald Trump thing to say, like, I'm going to break up you guys. No, we need to create systems and processes.
You just compared Elizabeth Warren to Donald Trump.
I most certainly did not.
Well, that's what she's saying. She's the one that's saying that.
Well, again, let her discuss and debate her positions. I'm telling you right now, we do not need a president that is going to use her own personal beliefs and tell you which companies we should break up. We need a president that's going to enforce antitrust laws in this country, and I will be that person.
Okay.
What we need to do, corporate consolidation, is a big problem in America and in America, Americaing. But what we need is an investigation to find out if the big problem I just said is a big problem is actually a big problem. Process, investigation, constitution.
Thank you, Beto.
That's what he said.
Thanks.
Gorion, gracias, Miami.
said
I want to
nothing.
say one thing. I mean, I love the way he says it's a massive problem, but we have to go.
But we have to investigate it. It's a massive problem, but we got to figure out if it's a problem.
There is a
what the
process.
fuck, dude?
The process has been taking place, and that's why we're here. We've already gone through the fucking process. We know what these companies are doing. It's time to break them up. And here's the thing that
He would be the worst landlord ever. Hey, our water's not working. The pipes are broken. Like, oh, that's a massive problem. Let me investigate and see if it's a problem.
Yeah.
We'll have this fixed maybe in a couple weeks, if ever.
Don't
All
talk
right.
about our landlord like that.
Send
on
me
here,
rent.
please.
And
Don't
he's
talk about our
taking money
landlord.
from the water, from just whoever benefits from the water being broken, right? And so and it's like from the pipe being broken. So he's still
He
continuously
takes money from the
taking money.
Gatorade
So
lobby.
How is he gonna fix the problem if he's? How is he gonna be the one leading the fixing the issue if he's the one that keeps taking money? And
he believes his own bullshit. That's the problem, too. He's like what Mike Gravel said. When Gravel said that the three of those were left over when it was come to Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the other guy, John Edwards, he said Obama's the most dangerous because he believes his own bullshit. And Cory Booker believes his own bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
When he's completely obfuscating and contradicting himself, he honestly believes that he's being honest. And
Right.
it's terrible.
Oh, I have to give a couple of shout outs, by the way. So first of all, Zoe Samuel actually tweeted the fan thing before me. I didn't see it, but Zoe beat me to that punch. So shout out to you, Zoe.
Wow.
Great tweet.
Great minds.
What did she
Bravo.
say? What was the tweet?
Zoe said, if it's too little, so it's the same joke. If it's a little too hot, but you don't feel like it warrants turning on the AC, Elizabeth Warren has a fan for that.
Wow.
So bravo, Zoe. Fan, easy to get to. But bravo, Zoe. Good job there. And also shout out to Sean. Where is Sean's tweet? I want to read. Oh, here we go. I retweeted Sean. I love this one. Want a stir fry of neoliberalism? Elizabeth Warren has a pan for that. Good job, Sean.
Let's get to more Cory Booker in the
That
pan.
one wins. That one wins. If you guys remember back in 2012 when Cory Booker was getting attacked because of his Bain Capital, he said it's nauseating to the American public, Booker said on Meet the Press. Enough is enough. Stop attacking private equity. Stop attacking Jeremiah Wright. And then he said, I'm not about to sit here and indict private equity. To me, it's just that we're getting to a ridiculous point in America, especially that I know I live in a state where pensions funds, unions, and other people invest in companies like Bain Capital. If you look at the totality of Bain Capital's record, they've done a lot to support businesses and to grow business. And this, to me, I'm very uncomfortable with. So here he is in 2012 defending Bain Capital, saying we need to...
Who is Bain's Capital? Who's a big guy at Bain Capital? Mitt Romney.
Yep.
Also,
Exactly.
in case you weren't sure that it's a big club that we ain't in.
Obama was critical of him with his private sector money back in the days of Cory Booker. You know what I'm saying? And Obama took more money on Wall Street than any president, running. So, I mean, that just tells you. And second of all, if you're going to invest in an anti-Batman company, that's just not fucking cool, man. Like, you don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. So
remember that one Batman movie where he didn't even fight Bane? It was like one of the bad ones.
He did fight Bane. He had an awesome fight in the last
Are you
one,
talking
right?
about the new ones?
No, I'm talking about the old ones. I think it was
okay.
like Batman and Robin.
Oh, he didn't even fight Bane?
Yeah, he didn't even fight. Bane was in it, and Bane was like a minor villain, and they didn't even fight.
That's terrible.
Like Robin just ended up. Well, I mean, I'm spoiling it, but if you haven't seen the movie, don't. It's not one of the good ones, but it's like Bane. I think it was the one where he had that nipple suit.
Oh, God.
You remember that one?
No, I don't remember the
It was
nipple
one of
suit,
the-
Ron. We have a PG. For the families out there, we're
No,
sorry
like Batman
that Ron...
had nipples. Like everyone was like, "Why does he?" Batman
Listen.
has a nipple suit. What's going on here? And then he didn't even fight Bane, which I mean, really,
It's stupid. And here's Booker investing in Bain Capital.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just invest in Russia? Fam.
He also...
Next. Fudge!
God, you catch him so well, Ron.
He missed
I love
me
it.
once, though. He missed me once.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think you thought you said it.
No, I did say it, and I got away with it because somebody reminded me on the chat.
You can put up the next picture, Johnny. It just shows how not only that he was backed by the same people that were backed by Mitt Romney as well, and the majority of his money has come from Wall Street. top donors, including members of the Cory family who ran Eagle Capital Management. And the full list includes large donations from Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, and Morgan Stanley. Okay, so that's true. So I went on Open Secrets, of course, and I looked up his industries. And you guys, if you want to put, Johnny, the next few pictures we have, so people don't think like we have no receipts.
We got the receipts.
These are all the receipts. So look at how much money he gets from lawyers and law firms, securities and investment, real estate, TV/music, business services, insurance, pro-Israel, AIPAC, right there. Everything that's pretty bad. Then it continues to the lobbyist money.
Look at all the money.
Look at all this money, you guys. Like, this is, I mean, I just
This
keep
guy's
going.
fighting for you. He's fighting for the average guy over here.
Defense.
Yeah.
Okay, communications, electronics. This can be pretty bad too. And then the finance, insurance, and real estate is pretty big. It's one of his largest. Then more lawyers and lobbyists. Very little from labor. And then the PAC contributions, the majority of them are from businesses.
Yep.
Then
75%
ideological, and then labor's in the middle. And then we have the top contributors. Here, this is my favorite part right here. Sullivan and Cromwell.
Who are they?
Apollo Global Management. These are just big
Who are they?
lobbyists.
Are these the everyday average people out there?
Prudential Financial.
Ooh. That's
Walt Disney.
That's the little guy, right?
Goldman Sachs.
Oh, Goldman Sachs.
Sounds like concerned citizens.
Did I skip? There was another one that had a...
Which one?
Citigroup, but there's more. There's Citigroup. All of these are financial lobbyists.
Giants.
Wall Street executives, corporate lobbyists. So he's going to have the American people's back. He's going to be the guy that leads the fight against Big Pharma. That leads the fight against the unregulated... these unregulated megalomaniac corporations, right?
Can you go to
Fiorella? I know that's a big problem. I know, but we need an investigation to see if it's a problem or not.
It's a process.
After the check clears, I might start a process to see if that's maybe a problem or maybe it isn't. I don't know. What tisket, a tasket, America.
America. Make sure you finish with America. Can we go to the more ties where it says that the Hill thing? Because I wrote down the 4 shills.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call 4 shills Cory Booker. He's a Wall Street shill.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big pharma shill.
Mm-hmm.
He's a charter school shill.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Didn't
really?
even go over
He is
that.
an APAC shill. Now, for the more ties to the pharmaceutical shills, I just want to remind people that he was one of 13 Democrats that voted against Bernie Sanders, and I believe it was Klobuchar's bill. Is it on there? It's right there, the second paragraph of that article, I believe. He voted against the pharmaceutical bill.
Oh, yeah. I mean, his
Democrats
excuse was such bullshit,
It was
too.
bullshit.
It was like the biggest right-wing pandering. Like a buddy of mine who's Canadian once said to me, he's just like, do you really think we don't know how to make aspirin? Do you think there's like something wrong with what we do up here? We're fine. We know what we're doing. We do just as good as y'all do. I was like, well, he didn't say y'all, though, because they don't. I say that, but up in Canada, they don't say that
Howdy,
much, but-
howdy.
But I'm saying y'all. But anyway, that was the joke. And that was what Cory Booker threw out there. He was just like, well, I'm just worried about the safety. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
You're full of shit. Yeah.
And then, fam, you did mention
Charter
the
school shill.
charter school, but here, when Cory Booker panders in Spanish, we don't even need to show that because it's ridiculous.
Oh, I like to hear when they pander.
It was so funny
Okay,
when
you
Cory
wanna put it up?
Booker.
It's,
the-
the video so we could see him talk in Spanish at the debate.
Well, remember when he gave
Cory
Beto
Booker,
the
what would
stink
you-
eye? Like Cory
Yeah,
Booker, when
side eye.
Beto spoke Spanish.
Spanish?
Spanish. That was Spanish so shitty that you call it Spanish. When Beto spoke that, like Cory Booker gave him a stink eye, and it's because he was like, "Oh man, I wanted to do that first. Now you hacked my shit." So like Cory
Yeah.
Booker, he did it. He
Yeah.
did it anyway. Like he did it second
Yeah.
anyway. But
Yeah,
I'm
he
going to
was
let
like-
Fiorella read this super chat because there's a word I can't say. It's into the microphone, though, so.
Growing your fam, E. Warren has a clan for that. Nice. Growing your fam, Elizabeth Warren has a clan for that.
That was the super chat over on the MCSE network. Who put it up? I can't even find it.
By the way, for those of you asking about our super chat status, we are almost there.
that was
with
from
the Convo Couch.
OTR Trucker Thank you so much, your super chat contribution. We appreciate that. We have a lot of people over on the MCSC network, Digress and Defiance.
Going to a bake up on the East Coast. Elizabeth Warren has a clam for that. See? There we go.
Edward
Switching
Klein,
up.
So
Yeah. All right.
She is from
you
Massachusetts.
know what her favorite song is?
I gave it to myself.
You know what her favorite song is? Plan on the Run. Plan
Nice.
on the Run. You ready for the video? Cory Booker speaking Spanish.
She's an American plan. All right, sorry. Last one.
You do on day one. And this is a situation that the next president will inherit.
Yes. La situación ahora es inaceptable. Presidente ha atacado, ha demonizado los inmigrantes. Es inaceptable y voy a cambiar este. On day one.
He sounds like he's trying to speak half Portuguese.
I just want to say hi to some people. I mean, he's just terrible. Dave L., we're up to 90 people on the Convo Couch YouTube.
¿Dónde está el baño? No sé.
Whenever Cory Booker speaks, he sounds like that kid in drama class who's trying way too hard and annoys everybody else in the class.
The range control said LMFAO. Adri
Do you know what
Booker
that means,
said,
fam?
laughing my fucking ass off. And then Adri D said,
There goes PG.
Booker spoke spinach. The Kitty 3 said clam, question mark. Yeah, get the joke. Instead of plan, he used clan. Anyways, Donde está el baño? Está el baño? Yeah, Tim, it's right upstairs. Tim Flawbog. Thank you, Brett Fairchild. He's speaking Spanish. There's so much crazy Spanish going on our chat right now. Mike Walker, Brett Fairchild, thank you so much. Let's get to the shilling part of charter schools.
Can I mention real quick, I am only 5 likes down from Tim Ryan. A couple people found the tweet.
Yes.
Probably because of the result of this stream. I am only, 6. 6 likes down.
Well, maybe
Tim
Johnny
Ryan.
can pull it up.
Johnny, if you can pull that up.
We
you
can pull
find
that
on
up.
my
But
timeline.
let's get to the charter school stuff first. Let's get to the charter school stuff done, and then we'll go to the end. What do we have on the charter school, fam?
Well, he just has a history of supporting the charter school. Let me just kind of read a little bit of what I have here. He was once a close ally of the DeVos family, the Michigan gazillionaires and education privatization champions who gave the world Donald Trump's Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. And then basically in 1999, when he was still a city councilman, he worked for a conservative financier in New Jersey, Republican mayor, to co-found Excellent Education for Everyone, a group dedicated to establishing a school voucher program in the Garden State. The following year, Dick DeVos, the Republican mega donor and evangelist, husband to the 11th Secretary of Education, invited him to his home base in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to speak in defense of the ballot measure that would lift the state's ban on school voucher programs. And so he continued this for a while, and he began to talk a lot less about this as mayor and senator, ultimately voted against her. But he has never entirely turned the page on this issue, and he's still defending his charter-centric educational policies in Newark, New Jersey. So,
which he mentions that he's from. I'm from Newark, New Jersey,
all the time,
and I live in a black and brown neighborhood.
All the time. Charter schools are bad. Like,
yes.
There's no way
yes.
of going about it. We're dealing with that here in California.
And it was a school choice evangelist. That's very important when you say the word school choice, because that's what Betsy DeVos is all about. And Barack Obama didn't have a great Secretary of Education. And that's why I kind of point out Marianne Williamson when she says stuff that she loves the kids. She could be a great Secretary of Education. Yeah. So she's not running to be the president. She's running for something.
No, but she was cool. I was told to check out her on Chapo Trap House, actually. Apparently, she did a really great job equating her theory of, like, love with Marxism.
Aww.
Which is interesting.
Aww. Who? Reefer Revolution is live. No, they're on our chat. Oh, they're on our chat. That's what I mean. I'm so sorry.
So Pasta's kind of scared to smoke weed on camera, but I think it could be one of those Patreon things we could do.
Somebody asked on the super chat. I'm gonna I'm just gonna skip and gloss over that so we don't get that.
What?
Does that say hallelujah? Hallelujah. Like kind of said hallelujah. Hallelujah. Do you think Liz Warren should be prosecuted for plagiarism, Ron?
Do I think she should be prosecuted for plagiarism?
She keeps copying. What did she? Yeah, Jonathan, can you pull up what she literally verbatim took of Tulsi when she was?
She stole something from Tulsi?
Oh yeah. So you know when Tulsi?
Well, I know pretty much all of our ideas she steals from
Bernie,
progressives like Bernie or.
Yeah. she, you know how Tulsi was like, she started talking about Iran, we need to not go to war with Iran, etc. Donald Trump. She literally verbatim repeated pretty much what she said on the debate stage in one of her tweets. And if you go back to Tulsi's answer on Iran, you can replay it and you can see that Elizabeth Warren, it was after the fact, and she put it as her own
Which
tweet.
was a hit question, by the way.
I think the official policy is if Elizabeth Warren wags her finger while she's saying it, it becomes her intellectual property. I think that's
a
rule.
good one.
When she does that,
even the finger
it just
wagging
becomes hers.
Didn't Bernie get in trouble for wagging his finger? But it's okay.
Now, Kamala Harris is a Wall Street shill and an AIPAC shill. We know that. Is she a big pharma shill yet? We haven't caught that. Is she a charter school shill? No. So
she's a charter school.
See, I don't trust her. When it comes to big pharma, I would say yes. I do not trust her for 1 second on Medicare for All. I mean, she's backpedaled on it already from what she said in the debate. And also, based on California, she did not do anything for our single payer bill here.
None.
She
Not
said
at all.
nothing. She did not lift a finger.
Ghost.
She knew what was going on. So
Yeah.
I do not trust her at all when it comes to Medicare for All. I don't see how anybody could give her the benefit of the doubt.
I don't
on
trust
that
her on
issue.
anything.
Well, I don't either. I don't either. But I'm saying she's been like, "Oh, I'm for Medicare for All."
Bullshit.
You cannot even give that a morsel of seriousness.
No,
You
Kamala
just
Harris.
can't.
No. And did you see her? Roland Martin has this great video up. Fam sent it. It's so savage.
Yeah, Jonathan, can you play that real quick?
Beach.
The Roland Martin video. I sent it to you on a
It was on our
text message.
Yeah, it's pretty savage. It's really, really savage. She's talking about truancy and how she's scared and punked parents. Pretty much like parents
I've
were,
seen that video. Yeah.
I know we did Kamala yesterday, but a lot of people actually, weirdly enough, haven't even seen this video.
Oh my Lord. When I saw it, I was like, this is devastating.
It was just weird. It's really weird. She just laughs like an evil person.
Brett Fairchild, we know I said the F word. He hit the buzzer. We're keeping track. I'm going to be doing push-ups. We'll post it on our Patreon.
And then we'll
Give me a
post how
break,
many
guys.
pounds he lost
This
based
is the
on
first one.
the workout regime that we're implementing.
Oh, please.
The Convo Couch workout video.
Michael Cruz is there taking some leftovers from that Clinchard-sponsored fundraiser. Warren, and he put the war big, has some sarin for that. Warren has some sarin for
Saran?
that. Saran for that? Sarin or saran?
I'm pretty sure it's Saran.
Warren has some saran for that. Thank you, Michael Cruz. Lauren Hand is in here as well. And Ed Moran. Where are we at? The Kitty 3.
He's got it.
Is also being called out on her actions as San Francisco District Attorney, and critics are pointing to this clip from January of 2009.
I would not be standing here were it not for the education I received. And I know many of us will say the same thing. And I believe a child going without an education is tantamount to a crime. So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy. Well, this was a little controversial in San Francisco. And frankly, my staff went bananas. They were very concerned because we didn't know at the time whether I was going to have an opponent in my re-election race. But I said, look, I'm done. This is a serious issue, and I've got a little political capital, and I'm going to spend some of it. And this is what we did. We recognized that in that initiative, as a prosecutor and law enforcement, I have a huge stick. The school district has got a carrot. Let's work in tandem around our collective objective and goal, which is to get those kids in school. So, to that end, on my letterhead, now let me tell you something about my letterhead. When you're the DA of a major city in this country, usually the job comes with a badge. And there is often an artistic rendering of said badge on your stationery. So I sent a letter out on my letterhead to every parent in the school district, outlining the connection that was statistically proven between elementary school truancy, high school dropouts, who will become a victim of crime, and who will become a perpetrator of crime. We sent it out to everyone. A friend of mine actually called me and he said, Kamala, my wife got the letter. She freaked out. She brought all the kids into the living room, held up the letter, said, if you don't go to school, Kamala's going to put you and me in jail. Yes, we achieved intended effect.
So one of the issues that
I
we'll,
love
of
the way
course,
she's just laughing at like punishing poor people.
It's just
and
really
shit.
freaking weird. Like, I want you to get a better education, and I want kids to stay in school. So I'm going to put their parents in jail because that's the way they get a better education and stay in school, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, that logic doesn't make sense. It's almost like maybe there's a financial incentive to put people in jail. Like there's a for-profit prison system going on or something like that. So
Right.
you make these leaps of logic to justify persecuting people
Yeah.
for something they shouldn't be persecuted for. Call me crazy.
That's awesome.
Call me crazy, yeah.
Well, listen, guys, that's 60 minutes, and that means it's time to wrap up. But I want to end with Reefer Revolution Live, our boy. He says something. Dave, Big Dave. And here's what he says. Bella, and Bella, too. Need some sticky icky for your bowl in Massachusetts? Warren has a gram for that.
Nice.
Hey, get him the buzz. Nice buzz.
Happy buzz.
We want to thank Ron Placone for coming on the Convo Couch with us today. I hope you do more of this with us. And hopefully
Thanks for
we'll
having
stop disinviting you. Every time we invite him over, we're like, we're going to cancel. And Ronnie's like, are we really going tomorrow? Yes, we're really going tomorrow, and he's here today.
Well, I hope he comes every time because then you're going to be doing more and more push-ups.
Well, I already owe 20 push-ups. I'm going to put 10 more on. So I'm going to do 30 push-ups. I'm going to try. I quit on 20 last time, and I'm going to start to 22 for 22 because after Joe Biden's tweet today, 22 push-ups for 22 days is what I'm going to do to honor the 22 soldier members who kill themselves every day due to PTSD from these wars that Joe Biden supported. So that's what I'm going to do. Where can we find you, Ron Placone?
RonPlacone.com for all my tour dates. I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to be in South Dakota. I'm going to be in Minneapolis. I'm going to be in Madison, Wisconsin. And I might be coming to Australia for all you international folks. I might be coming to Australia. So RonPlacone.com for all those dates. As soon as they're confirmed, I put them up there. At Ron Placone on Twitter, YouTube.com/Ron Placone for Get Your News On with Ron. I'll see everyone soon.
Yeah, and I've told Graham Elwood, and me and Fiorella are willing, if you want to write the skit for us, call us the neoliberals. We'll perform in between your sets on your show and go on show. And we'll work your tables and sell your shirts and do all your thing. And me and Fiorella can be the neoliberals because we have acting background and we can nail it. Like she can be like the Anna Navarro neoliberal style, and I'll be like Reed Reedson or something like that or something good, and we'll be the neoliberals. So write it for us,
You
Ron.
just want to be a neoliberal.
What's that? There's a super chat on the MCSC network.
Super chat.
Super chat for $10. Thank you so much. Hey, Nico / the Convo Couch. I hope you do a video on Emma. How do you say it? Vigilant's recent Hindu-phobic tweet.
Ooh.
Yellow Vest America is calling her to be fired. I hope you join us. And if she
we'll
is
have to
making
look
a
at it.
Hindu-phobic tweet, we will get it. Let's go take a look at that. Thank you, O.B. Alfred, for sending the money. For the Convo Couch, I'm Pasta Jardula.
And I'm Fiorella.
For Johnny Tsunami.
Convo out, guys.
Thank you.